What's up, my guys? Welcome to another show, NBA Talk with Jay, Money, and the Shark, man. Today, let's get to it. A little early show today, man. Busy, you know what I'm saying? Got some stuff to do. Obviously, I'm sure my guy over here as well got plenty of stuff to do today. Busy life. Hey, but we, you know what I'm saying? We love to live this life. And let's get to it, my guy. What are we doing today? How was your day yesterday?
Well, great day yesterday. Little 3-0 card. Of course, we had the afternoon baseball special, plus 149. The Pittsburgh Pirates, who knew, traveling to Wrigley. This is an NBA show. 2-0 NBA. I said yesterday, you're going to get a couple blowouts. And, comically, we didn't take the other blowout, the Sacramento Kings laying 9.5 yesterday. But the line transparency is real. The talent gaps in this league right now are something we haven't seen in a long time, I'll tell you that. And obviously a great day, but new week, new time. My favorite Monday, as I always say, select in your mind, live it, love it, dominate, and respect it. And let's talk some NBA basketball. Where do you want to begin here, Jeff?
Man, just chilling. But so we're gonna begin on the card. So let's go to the so we got the first couple games. Obviously, these lines been moving a bunch, man. The Wizards versus Hawks game and Pacers versus Cavs. We're just gonna go through those real quick. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We'll go through the later games. It's only 6 games on the card today. You see what I'm saying? Rockets versus Blazers. I must say, we won't have anything on that one, my guy. You know, we know it's Blazers, nothing but the Rockets and playing. I'm not messing with that. But just first game up, short, my guy. Talk about these couple games real quick, just for the people. We've got the Wizards getting 8 points, 8.5 points in Atlanta over there. You know what I'm saying? We know that the Hawks, they're coming off a bad loss. I know the Wizards been red hot, maybe a little bit too hot. I'm watching that last game. I said, Bill is hurt, bro. I'm watching the game. He's holding it. I said, I already knew that he wasn't playing the next game. You see what I'm saying? But regardless, this line came out. This is the unfair part about the NBA. The line came out, obviously, them knowing Bill's not going to play. And then when it is officially announced, then the line goes up another point and a half. So it's up to 8.5 now for the Hawks. Obviously, Bill had 26 in that last game, Shark. What are we thinking in this one, my guy?
This is a tough one for me. Obviously, you get the revenge factor. Hawks did beat them by 16 on the road, 116-100 in a slightly different environment early season. That line was somewhere between 2.5 and 3.5. I think it finished at 3.5. ESPN with their commercial again. They can't help themselves. But this comes in here, I think we're looking at 8 right now. And, of course, we always say it should come up maybe 3, so it should be 6.5. It's showing 1.5 points of strength towards Atlanta. But, of course, with Beal out, that is your adjustment figure there. And I think ultimately this is even potentially a little short given his, power within the Wizards group here. I think that there's really not a lean here for me, if I had to be honest. I think, obviously the Wizards are smoking hot. They need the game, the revenge factor. And Atlanta comes in around a pretty sharp figure. You have anything on this one?
Yeah, no, I don't have much on it. Like I said, I mean, it's Hawks or nothing for me regardless. So I think that obviously with a full squad, the Wizards, they've been playing at a high level. Obviously, Russell Westbrook's been playing at a high level. And just a real quick note today, we know that he's, you know what I'm saying, been getting a lot of triple doubles, guys, but we can't really just surpass him over Oscar Robertson. I mean, Oscar Robertson doing it in a whole different time, whole different element. Defense was a lot different then. You know what I'm saying? The rebounds weren't as easy, the long shots. So I know that, and we know Westbrook's a stat patter, so I'm a big fan of him, but his triple doubles aren't the same as Oscar Robertson. So I think he had to get like another 100 of these just for me to put him even with that. That's just my take on it, though. But this particular game, Hawks are nothing for me. Like I say, Wizards, they've been, like I said, I think so as well. They've been way too hot. So you're gonna have Westbrook and the rest of the guys out there. You're gonna be missing Beal out there. Last time when the last game when Beal went out, they were missing him for that wing 3 or just another shooter to kick it out to. So versus this Hawks team that come in very pissed here, is Hawks are nothing for me, guys. You are catching the worst of the line, though. Obviously, 8.5 now, open at 6.5, but I could only look towards Hawks here, my guys. We have another one, this Pacers versus Cavs spot. The Pacers up to 8.5 on the road. Obviously, I mean, if you had FanDuel up there in New Jersey, this line originally opened up at Pacers minus 2.5. This morning it was up to 6.5, probably after the number got corrected. I'm not sure why the 2.5 was out there. We know that the Cavs not necessarily pretty much actively tanking, not necessarily going for the wins out there. So what we doing? Do you like anything in this game? I got any quick words?
Not really, to be perfectly honest. I mean, obviously, Indiana does travel better than they host. They have been horrendous at home against the spread, and they've been fairly solid on the road. And we've seen this, a couple blowouts. They did annihilate Oklahoma City on a similar figure. I'm not sure you can directly correlate the Cavaliers to the Thunder. The Thunder have laid, I would say, more huge eggs.
Oh, boy.
But the Cavs just did get blown out last night by the Mavericks. They're on the 3rd and 4 back-to-back. They did go 0-2 against the Mavericks on fairly big numbers. I do think if you were leaning anything here, you would lean Indiana, given that functionality and that situational analysis. But it's a little bit difficult. Cleveland does scrap together covers at home when you don't expect it. Indiana is very inconsistent. Truthfully, I didn't really go into a whole lot of detail on this game because of all these aforementioned facts. But obviously, we are centered, and I think we will segue to this beautiful buy hat at some point soon here. So, anything on this from you?
Yeah, no, I'm just looking at this Pacers game. I always like to come on here and break down the games just in case, you know what I'm saying, some people looking to bet this game. Obviously, it's Pacers or nothing for me. I'm not looking to bet the Cavs right now. Obviously, without them having Garland, their offense is really taking a hit. I mean, they start to kind of rest some guys. They know at the end of the season is near. Kind of, in my opinion, what I'm starting to see from the Cavs, they're kind of starting to mail it in, to be honest with you. So it's not something that I'm in a hurry to go in late 8.5 on the roll with the Pacers here. But one thing I can tell you, they are starting to juice up. Pacers are starting to play a little bit better ball. We know that the coach is likely to get fired after the season, but he's trying to show a little bit more. He's trying to at least sell for his job. And I told you guys that this might happen. You know what I'm saying? You know that he's going to get fired. Same thing with Terry Stotts. He's going to try to save their job, do whatever little thing they can do. LeVert, Sabonis, they have some going there. We know one of these games they'll get Brogdon and Lamb and the rest of the guys back as well. So could be here. Pacers are nothing for me. You want to see if Brogdon knows guys come back. I do think it could be a smack city spot, really regardless. So I'm only looking towards Pacers here, guys. This last week of season, you don't want to bet on teams like the Cavs, my guys. Let's get to the next game. Let's go to this Bucks versus Spurs spot, my guy. We're gonna go to Bucks versus Spurs. My girl hitting me up right now. See what I'm saying? We got stuff to do, man. But sorry, I just want to go to this Bucks versus Spurs spot real quick. Last couple of times the Spurs were at the house versus the Bucks. They did beat them. We know that Budenholzer is a disciple of Greg Popovich. Spurs, in theory, need this game a lot more, in my opinion. I feel like I'm going the same. I feel like this is a carbon copy of the game that you like, my guy. We have the Bucks here. First game going on the road in a while. Not necessarily that they don't need this game because they're fighting for a 2 seed, but Spurs need this game a lot more. They are coming off a road trip, but still catching points at the house and virtually a must-win game. I like the Spurs here. I got on them +7, or it's down to 6.5. I still like it. Give me the Spurs plus the points here at the house, my guy. Any thoughts on this one?
I'm not a huge fan of the Spurs just in general. I've been saying all season they should be kind of cratering. They were a little too hot. This is a revenge game, obviously. 120-113 Milwaukee on a 10.5, so a no cover. The one thing that I'm mildly worried about, I talk about this all the time, when you get the revenge factor for the straight-up environment for the Spurs, I think it holds weight, but then you also get the revenge factor for the Bucks against the spread off a non-cover at home. The line is coming down. The line is showing good functionality towards the Spurs. I think at 6.5, you're getting at least 1 point of strength there. And for me, it's a no play, but I don't disagree on your take at all.
Exactly. Yeah, give me the Spurs, my guys, plus the 7 at the house, and pretty much. I mean, if they lose this game or don't necessarily show up and just pretty much get blown away here. So like I say, Spurs for me plus the 7. I'm going official with it, guys. Let's go to this Jazz versus Warriors spot. This is the spot of the day for my guy here. I'll let you take it away since you like it so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And I started doing what Jay does, where he goes 2 or 3 days down the road and sees where the environments are going to create themselves. And after the Warriors blew out Oklahoma City twice, I was thinking to myself, letdown. But then I looked at this and I was like, no, absolutely not. And this is a direct corollary to how the books graded the Warriors in 2 home games against Denver. The Golden State Warriors went into Denver and lost. They came home in a revenge game and they handled Denver. And then Denver came in the rubber match in the third one, and the line came against the previous number, still within the Chase Center, and the Warriors blew them out again. It wasn't as big of a blowout, but it was a comfortable cover as a dog. And you're seeing the exact same environment here. Utah handled the Dubs at home, going back to the Utah's absolute heater in the early season. And then the Dubs handled them in the revenge game. So now you get the rubber match, the third matchup of the year, and the line is plummeting against the previous environment. Utah laid 7.5 points on the road prior. Now they're laying 2.5, 3. And just in terms of the situational analysis, the Dubs are absolutely on one. They want it. They're trying harder than the Jazz. We talk about this every day. We said this yesterday with the Wolves. We said it with the Bulls. There's a couple other teams. The Dubs check that box. Prior to losing to the Pelicans in the revenge game, going back to like last Tuesday or whatever that was, Steve Kerr was on record. And again, I don't really usually narrative cap and I don't listen to quotes and then just throw a unit on a play. But Steve Kerr made a very pertinent comment, which I thought was very, very noteworthy for this campaign. He said, we want to get into the playoffs. We want to run the table. We want to dominate. And you don't usually hear that authoritative talk from Steve Kerr. When Steve Kerr says that, something's going on in the locker room, and you've seen it. They have absolutely turned up. And again, this number is all over the Warriors. This is showing significant strength. And the dynamic cross with the Denver dynamic is leading me to the Chase Center, the home locker room. Golden State Warriors +3 play of the day.
Got you. And yeah, you do get the factor that the Jazz have been at the house as well in their first game on the road in a while. And on the flip side of that, the Warriors have been at the house. Let's see, how long have they been? So just 2 games they have been at the house. I'll be honest with you. I really hope that the Warriors win this game. It's not something I was super strong on, but I might go with you on the Warriors because the way I'm looking at it, I see the Warriors winning tomorrow and then the Suns. This is the first game of a back-to-back. They play the Suns tomorrow with the Suns losing yesterday. I can see them, even though we've seen the Suns kind of just not take it as serious. Obviously, we know that they probably should start resting some guys down the stretch. Not saying that they will, but if they want to make a deep playoff run, that's a whole nother conversation. But I could see the Suns maybe beating the Warriors tomorrow. I do think the Warriors been super high. Obviously, this is in Oklahoma City that they're facing here. But like I say, the Jazz facing going on the road first in a while. My problem here with the Jazz is they don't really have anybody to guard Curry. The rest of the positions, I must say, the Jazz substantially better. I do think they play a lot better team defense. So it's just all about what they're going to do with Curry here. Because you're already down Conley, you're already down Mitchell as well. They didn't even work out the last time they were in Golden State. So it's a tough game for me, I must say. This line opened up at 2.5. It's up to 3. So, we even get a better. I want to take Golden State here, guys. I really do. It's Warriors or nothing for me. Our problem is, even if Steph goes for 50, what's the rest of the team is going to do? Because I'm not a big fan of the rest of the squad. And I think that the Jazz bench is light years better than the Warriors. It's my only problem, but it's Warriors or nothing for me here. Like I say, I see them winning this one and losing tomorrow versus the Suns. It's a terrible matchup for them against the Suns. They have a lot of guards that they could throw at them, my guys. But like I say, sharp take here. We like 2 home dogs here. And that they're fighting for playoff position. The other teams, they're pretty much already not submitted to their spot, but they're in the playoffs. You see what I'm saying? So we're going with motivated spots. I like them, man. I think we go 2-0 today, my guy. I think I might have to ride with you on that Warriors as well. Like I say, people dumping money on the Jazz may give me a little 3.5 or something, my guys. But if we like Warriors, we like them to win. You dig what I'm saying? So
yes, sir.
Like the Warriors +3 to spot. Like I say, Blazers, Rockets, man. And good guys, have fun with it, man. Come on now. What are we doing?
Grizzlies Pelicans game for a second here.
Yeah. What you got on it?
I don't have anything official on this, but I do think it's interesting. This line is showing a hell of a lot of strength in Memphis. And of course, it is because of the rosters. Obviously, Zion and BI are out. But the Pelicans have absolutely owned the Grizzlies in this small generational window here. I don't think the Grizzlies have won any games against the Pelicans. I think you're getting like a quintuple revenge game here. And that might be the word of the day. Quintuple on my favorite Monday. I like it. It's 12:17 p.m. Eastern. Let's go. And but anyway, if you actually go back to last season, the Pelicans absolutely own the Grizzlies. They've already blown them out twice this year. They blew them out 144-113 in Memphis. I think that's Memphis's worst home loss of the season. And you're going to get a massive revenge factor here. The issue for me here is the line functionality. I was looking at how Memphis functions on these lines. One direct corollary was hosting Oklahoma City. They did win 122-113 on a -7. And I think this 9 is very well averaged. And I think what we said last night, and we said the previous game as well against the Sixers, this Pelicans second unit group is showing a lot of scrappiness. And ultimately, it's a tough fade on this number. I think this is going to hover. I think Memphis wins the game somewhere between 6 and 11 points, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it could be close. Like I say, it's a tough game, man, because like you say, the Pelicans have still been showing signs. Lonzo Ball, we know that he turned up versus his brother. So I'm watching the game. I'm like, okay, LaMelo Ball, all right. So Lonzo Ball, I'm watching. I'm like, oh shit, it's brothers versus brothers. I tripped out, man, about halfway. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, I forgot. So, but yeah, Lonzo, they turned, they turned up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. We know that their brothers is like. Oh, I'm watching it like, brother versus brother. Like, this is bigger than just the guy. Okay, but yeah, Lonzo tried to turn up, man. He tried to show, because I'm watching Lonzo, man, because I think his brothers are a lot better than him. But LaMelo's wrist is still pretty hurt, guys. So I watched him late in the game. They got it on. He hit up against the backboard. But the long story short, LaMelo's hurt right now. So even if he's still playing, just know LaMelo Ball, so he can still pass and lay up and all that. But shooting, he just missed two straight free throws after that, big free throws as well. But yeah, it's a tough game, man. I'm not betting that game, man. I was just trying to think what I would take. Like you make a good point there. This is their chance because what it is, it's always Ja versus Zion. That's what it is. And Zion always gets the best of him. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. This game, there's not going to be any Zion Wilson, no Ingram. You need everybody to go up against this Grizzlies squad. They can play really great team defense.
I might go through this a little bit deeper because now that I'm thinking about it, again, the game doesn't go off for another 8 hours. Mm-hmm. This line is extremely heavy on Memphis, and this is what we have been seeing. We just said when we came on the air, similar to when Sacramento's laying 9.5 points to the Thunder. When the Grizzlies are laying 9 points, and they were actually a dog in the previous one at home, it was +1. That is showing insane strength. And I was talking about like college basketball. They're telling you the talent gaps, the motivational gaps are massive here. This could be a blowout now that I'm thinking about it. I got to look at that a little bit deeper, but definitely not right now.
Real quick, because we are going on here early, guys. I just want to see who's the refs. Yeah, I got to get out of here pretty quick. I got contractors, all type of shit call me. I know I got to do the SBR show and everything, my guys, but still a lot of roster moves. Still a lot of roster moves as well. We're going on here early, just trying to give you guys some early looks. I won't be able to do a later show today as well after the SBR show. So just wanted to come on here with my guy, the Shark. You see what I'm saying? Talk some plays out. It's only a short card today, but we'll likely be back on. It's going to be a crazy week for me, but I'll likely be on tomorrow as well and Wednesday. After that, it's going to get pretty crazy. But we're going to try to fit some shows in here today, Shark. Let them know what your top play is, my guy.
Top play of the day, Golden State Warriors +3, as I said before. You do get the revenge game for Utah. It doesn't hold weight here. The line is scaling against it, -7.5 to -2.5. It should be holding at least at 5. This is what the Warriors did against Denver in the third matchup. They beat them down again. Warriors need it. They're focused. They're committed. They're desiring, and they are going to win this game tonight with authority, I believe. Jay, anything to finalize from you?
Yes, sir. Give me the Spurs, my guys. It is the first game back at the house off a 4-game road trip, but these guys have shown that they can play. I mean, they even rested 3 of their top guys and still kept it close with Philly basically the whole game. So the Spurs have shown at the house that they can play really close games versus top teams. Even if they do lose this game, we're getting 7 points at the house. Revenge game. Budenholzer might try to gift one to his guy, Popovich. Oh, you need to win? You know what? We're good in the playoffs. We'll let you get there. We just go smack up the Magic tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? First game of back-to-back for the Bucks. Coming off a 4-game road trip. Step out away from the house before you go back to the house. Oh, we'll just let you get this with Spurs one time. Give me +7, man. Going to Texas Roadhouse might get some rolls. Got to get out of here, man. Contractors calling me all type of shit. Got stuff to take care of, man. But we appreciate everybody for tuning in. Please hit the like button, subscribe, my guys. That's my guy Shark. I'm your host, Jay Money, and please like and share the show. I know somebody said, hey, these guys are the men with the picks. Y'all know the NBA. Share the show, share the word about the show, my guys, if you can. We appreciate you for tuning in. Let's go 2-0 today, my guys. We're gonna holler at you boys.